He's such a wonderful man. So I'll tell you more about him later. All right. So our icebreaker. Okay, I would like you to tell me, what is your current perception of trading at the moment? Do you think, A, I just want you to put a letter in the chat box. A, it's not accessible to me. B, it's beneficial to learn as it has potential. C, it's for upper class only as far as I'm concerned. D, too difficult to get there. Or E, it's easily accessible. You can get involved with no problems. So let's have a look at those letters. Okay. So we're wonderful. So, okay, brilliant. So many people believe that it's beneficial to learn, okay, B and C options that I had, you know, with regard to, and even if you look at Wall Street, that is definitely something that a conclusion that you can draw. But we can change these perceptions. We can make a difference. Oh, you meant to be an E. All right, well, I think C sometimes. I thought C at some time. Okay, so thank you for everybody who is on Forex. What is Forex? Okay, it actually stands for foreign exchange. Foreign exchange. Someone could mute their mic for me, please, so that we don't get the feedback on the line. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Selling of currencies. Okay, we've all been on a holiday. I might need you to do some muting because I've got some feedback on the line here. I can hear radio in the background.
I think a few people have their microphone unmuted.
Yeah,
Clive,
this is what I've got a plan.
Clive is part of the team. He's just contributing right now.
We takes part of what he does.
Clive, can you mute him, Ayo?
Okay.
Thank you. We love Clive, but not right now. All right. In fact, I want him to give a contribution. If you go on holiday, you could go away and you want to exchange pounds for euros, or you want to go to South Africa and you want to exchange into their currency. And that is because of things that are happening in the economies, that there is a difference in the exchange rate. Now, the Forex is continuously changing. The study Forex can start to notice, or through technical trading, we can start to predict, not necessarily always correctly, but we can start to predict whether the price will go up or whether it will come down. And as the price ups, if I predict that the price will move up, then I earn money from that. If the price moves down and I've predicted contrary, then I would lose. But there's ways in which we monitor our risk and account on any trade that we do. And so we are taught how to make sure we don't lose money. Okay, so trading times. You can trade practically 5 days a week. It starts in Sydney, okay, but for us in the UK, from Sunday night at 10 o'clock, you could trade. You'd be trading the Sydney session, okay, and then that overlaps. This is a really, as well, there's less volume here. We are in a fantastic place because so much happens at 8 o'clock. So it gets a lot darker here, and there's a massive changeover between London and New York. When both of those sessions in the market, there's lots of opportunity to make money during that time as well. Okay, so we're just going to talk about trends right now, and I want you to use your chat box for me again. If everyone could take part, that would be really helpful. Now, I would like you to look at the very little that I told you, okay? I would like you to match the letter A with a number down here. Okay, so based on what you can see in these charts, what in on these charts? So I would like to see a letter and a number. You don't need to write out consolidation down. I'll give you a few seconds to do that. Okay, I've got 2. Well done. Well done, Emil. Well done, Manny. I feel like I'm in class. Sorry, I am a teacher by trade, so please bear with me. All right, so I can see we've already got some trading geniuses online already, okay? And this is showing, as predominantly everybody has said, this is an uptrend, okay? The price is going upwards. The price is moving. Signals that we have, which I'll show you briefly on the next slide. I'm not going to go too much into the charts because I don't want everyone to get lost, okay? our team is very passionate about learning, and we teach each other, we learn from each other, we share experiences. Not all of those experiences are good. I am not here trying to tell you that, you know, every time that I place a trade, it goes my way. That's not true. Okay, and anybody that knows anything about training, you can make very informed decisions. Okay, so B is B1, yes, it's consolidated. Okay, we can't really meet. We don't trade in consolidation. We don't, well, personally, some people do, but I don't like it. Okay, I don't like it. A buy is about to happen, and I can say, okay, I believe that the price is going to move by 20 pips. They're called pips or points about here. Even though I could have gone for 100 pips, which is what it looks like here, maybe more. But there's different ways that you could learn to trade. And well done to everybody for taking part. Well done, Shay, Ruth. Well done. Excellent. Wow. We've got some traders on the line. Okay. So now, as you notice from the charts are made of candlesticks. Okay. They're made of either green or red candlesticks. Now, I've been told, if you look closely. All right. Now, if you've got green candles, that is a bullish candle, which means that it's moving upwards, as we are moving upwards. And if you have a red candle, they are moving downwards. Now, that is made up of, just say, for example, you've got a chart, and it's a 15-minute chart, okay, minutes. So if you've got 4 candles, that shows what's happened in an hour, okay. You could go to another chart, and you could say that each candle represents 1 hour. So if you had 4 candles, it would represent 4 hours. I hope this is making sense. 15 minutes, there is an opening price. Okay, so if it was a bullish candle, if it was going upwards, the opening price would be here at exactly that first second of the 15 minutes, second of the same 15 minutes, and then the highest price that it's had and the lowest price that it's had within those 15 minutes would be shown just by looking at a candle. Okay, if you've got any questions on this, please feel those are showing you the opposite. They show you how price is moving down. So the open is less than the close of the previous candle. That makes sense, okay? In relation to the candle before it, it's a lesser value than that's why it's red, okay? So the open price would be here. The close within the 15 minutes would show a low or a high, okay? Now, I'm going to show you some charts in the next screen, and I don't want you to feel like I don't understand this, because this is the sort of thing that we do as a team. We learn these things as a team, but I'm just curious. So just imagine how much you could pick up in an hour, in a week, in a month. Okay, so please do not be overwhelmed by the look of the chart. Now, the top part of the chart is what we've already seen. These are indicators that we use to help us to know when to buy or when to sell. Okay, now when this is called an RSI, okay, this particular signal here. So you just add this RSI and it just pops up like that. So it works all of these information out automatically. When you've got the chart showing you here, like we've got here, that's circled in red, it means sell is going to happen because the price is too high right now. The price is too high right now, so it needs to move down. So once it comes in past this area, we know that is a sell signal. Once it comes in here, that is a sell signal for us. It sells off until it comes down here. Now, not every trade is as perfect and as beautiful as this, okay? But this is just giving you an idea of how this is one, and you would use that in connection with other confirmations that we learn as well. Okay, now this one is called a MACD, which I love very much, and it shows you here, this is 0, this line is 0, so just think of that as flat, okay? Then you see it moving up into the green area. It is an area that is a sell signal, and we can see this is a beautiful sell signal, and you can see this is a bigger sell signal than this one, isn't it? You can see that. So I want to know, if you understood what I just said, can you give me a 5? If you were not sure about what I just said, give me a 2. Yeah, please. If it's not clear, that's fine, because I've literally just spent 3 minutes. That's fine, Shay, because we can talk. Yeah, I've spent That's brilliant. That's really good. So well done to everybody. And anybody that's not quite sure, I wasn't even going to put this chart in, but I just thought, let me just see if it are used in conjunction with the chart. And it gives us, once we understand these charts, hey Des, welcome. Once we understand the trade, okay. So accessibility to training and skill development. Okay, trading is actually accessible. Why can't I find my phone? Just by using this. Okay, you can be trading from your phone. Okay, even though it does make a lot of sense on their phone, you can access it very easily. Now, within MA Finance, which is part of IM Academy, there are signals that are given to you. So just for example, for some of my friends that have said, Kimmy, you know what, I'm not too sure about the chart. Guess what? There are some traders that have been doing this for years that give you signals and tell you A, B, C, D. And all you have to do is put A, B, C, D in your phone and you can be making money, okay? Not every single time you put a illusion, but they are very good at what they do. And most of the time, in fact, I'm sure Des will be sharing more about that. You know, most of the time, these trades are like 70 to 80, even 90% accurate. Okay, so we are blessed to be working with IO, okay? And we are a team that wants everybody in our team to be learning what these charts mean. We really want you to be able to look at a chart and make progress on that chart, make informed decisions on that chart. We talk, we share, we laugh. I have cried on some occasions, but you know, we get through and we learn, and that's what it's all about. And I know for a fact, completely different situation than I'm in now. Why? Because of my consistency and because of my commitment and because of my team and because of the support that I've got. So this is really about sharing what our team may finance later on. Okay, somebody might need to mute their mic, please. Right, so this is what we have access to. Once you become part of MA Finance, you will have access to IM Academy. Now, you can see here the number of languages that we have. Not necessarily speak English, or if it's not your first language, you can click on a different language and you can get your lessons, your schooling in German, in Portuguese, in French, Polish, Hindi, Japanese, however you want it to come to you, it's there for you to choose. Now, as you can see down here, we obviously go into English, and there are 6. They're only short. You go through them and you start to learn from what is Forex right the way down to how to read and understand charts on a basic level. And then you have more sessions which are delivered to you by these educators. These educators here, there are over 100 of them in their sessions, or they're giving ideas, trading ideas. So they may go into Euro USD and say, in my opinion, during this week, I can see that it'll move down and then it'll move back up. Time that you have, you could be a long-term trader or a short-term trader. It is entirely up to you. How much time do you have? Okay. So this is just an image of the lessons, the short videos that I have on my. Yes, there's. So I just want to now, before I speak about this, I just wanted to make sure anybody, if you have any questions about what I've said so far, please feel free to, before we move on to Des. Also, just to say as well, I don't know if Clive is available right now. I know he's on live. He's online. If he would just say a couple of words about our group.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if he's able to do that. Okay.
Hi,
So
good evening,
Clive,
good evening, welcome everybody.
welcome.
Kenny, fantastic training on the basics. Kenny's one of a really big asset to our group, Team Elevate, because she's got the time and patience. And in this game, you need people and you need a safe environment to learn and to make mistakes as well as to learn from those mistakes. And with Team Elevate, it's very we're very passionate about putting ourselves out there, putting ourselves forward to make mistakes or to learn big and to teach as well. And I believe that with the Des, who's I'm going to speak to Des in a minute, is such a coach cheerleader, and then there's a fantastic chairman, and the word doesn't even explain what type of person this guy is. And with Kimmy, who's got teaching background, it's such a platform where we grow together, we learn together, we make money together, and sometimes we sort of lose together, but we lose to make ourselves grow even further and better. And I've had the pleasure of working with these guys, Kimmy, IO, and the rest of the team use for later on. It's something that is a life skill, a life choice in terms of when I'm 60, 70, if God allows me to have those years, I'll be trading in those golden years. This is something that it won't leave you. It's like riding a bike or swimming. Once you've learned how to swim, how to ride a bike, you can't forget it. And this is why this is such a great, not just a team to be a part of, but an industry to grasp and win.
That is
that's what I've got to say. Is that okay?
God bless you. Thank you so much for sharing. I just want to say something about this. I'm not really somebody that's like, yay, but I just want to share something. This company, Dammy and I were like the blind leading the blind, right? We had the phone and we're like, they say do this, I don't know, what's next? And like Des literally said to us, come and meet me. So we went to his office in Canary Wharf. And we're like, first of all, I've never been inside that building. Like, I've never had no reason to go there. So he just spent time over herbal tea explaining to us how to use the app. And I will never forget that. You know, that is, for me, that's character. It's the small things that you do that when you take time out for people, it means a lot. So I've just got so much time for this. Finance also have got so much to say about it.
Like what?
Is that, who's that on there? Somebody needs to mute. Yes, as April says, true servant leader he is. And he's always got time for everybody. Like, I'm sure Ayo, bless him, asks. So, you know, even if you wanted to speak to him after the call, you know, and get to speak to him, I know, even without asking him, he will take the time to speak to you. So I'm going to hand over to him because he's got the wealth of, all right? So thank you for listening, and over to our dear.
Wow. Thank you so much for that warm introduction. I really hope that I live up to expectations. Firstly, I want to warmly welcome everybody. Thank you for jumping on this webinar. But I just want to start by handing it right back to Kimmy, because honestly, and I don't say this lightly, you've blown me away today. And the reason why I say that is because I sit through, you know, hundreds and hundreds of these presentations in April behind the scenes, and I'm just like, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Because, you know, even I'm making notes right now because the way you've made it so interactive, like I have to up my game now. You know, you've raised the bar with your teaching background, but the way you've made it interactive, I've made notes. You know, I need to make mine interactive as well. And guys, I really want you to know, because Kimmy won't say it because she's humble, but I want you to know that Kimmy is she's coming to this industry as a complete novice. I remember the time she's talking about when her and her lovely husband came to the tower, and we were literally sitting there going through the app. She was a beginner. And then it must have been about 2 or 3 weeks later, go on to mention later, and I was just blown away by her progress. Like, her progress is absolutely phenomenal. April and I are always saying that she's an absolute star. And I want you to know that she's now in a position where that's a certain position in this organization. When you get to the point where you can do these presentations and teach other people, absolutely phenomenal. And I want you to know that Team Elevate, one of the best teams in this academy right now, what they're doing is actually to Io Benson, who's Kemi's mentor. Io Benson is a fantastic guy. I'm not sure if he's speaking on this presentation, but I just want to, I know he'll probably kill me for doing so, but I just want to plug his book, Gold Mine of Your Mind. I don't stray too far away from my copy, because although I've read it cover to cover, I like to dip into this book. Anyone who's serious about becoming an entrepreneur, serious about mindset, this quickly plug that, although that's not the main aim of this presentation. And guys, I want to welcome you, but I also want you to do something for me. If you believe that you've been, you've been impacted by this presentation at all, can you just put a 2 in the chat box? Do this. You know, there are people who join our academy and they start making money and they just keep it to themselves. You say, why don't you share it? They're like, oh, no. They have the fisherman syndrome, where they think that if too many people turn up at their, but such is her heart, that she's very much like, no, I want to share this with my people. This is a good thing, and I want it for my people too. So let's just keep those 2s coming, because she's an absolute to be connected to her. Guys, I don't want to take up too much of your time. Kimmy, I just want to confirm, am I doing any of the, do you want me to present on it?
If you would like to just do a brief presentation, Des, that would be amazing, just with regards to the business model.
I'll keep it because I know you've covered quite a lot as well. Guys, as Kimmy mentioned, we're based at 1 Canada Square, which is, and we are wealth creation experts. Well, thank you for the 2 that came through as well. I can just tell that Kimmy is well loved by this group. And I can tell there's a lot of energy in this group as well. Power. And on the left-hand side, you can see a quote from Warren Buffett, who said, never depend on us. And that's why I love what Kimmy's doing, because she's not relying on one source of income. She's created and we specialize in helping you to create multiple sources of income so that you can build generational wealth. So we're a property company, online trading, e-commerce, which is drop shipping, and we have an entrepreneurship program that I put to write this down. Residual income is better than wages. Even if you just write down residual income and put a circle around it, honestly, it's such a wonderful job. My name is Desame, and apart from being the managing director of Ame Finance, I'm also a chairman in a company called I Am Mastery Academy. I Am Mastery Academy. I'm going to be talking. I'm a financial coach, a keynote speaker, a finance and mortgage broker, and a property expert. That sounds fancy, but 2 years ago, I was a school people over profits and the mission before the commission. 2 years ago, I was a school teacher, living paycheck to paycheck. So like Kimmy, coming from a teaching background, I worked over 12 assistant head teacher. I loved my job. I honestly, you'll never hear me say that teaching as a profession is bad. I love working with young people. The only thing that took paycheck, living month to month, hand to mouth. Theresa May used to call it the just about managing. Imagine, they even gave it an official title. You guys have got a group for us now. We're called the just, it's like they're making fun of us. They've even given us a name. You're just about managing. Guys, I had that credit card last time, and I would max one credit card. I'd get another credit card. I'm doing balance transfers. I ended up in debt over £35,000. And I remember stores, and I'd give my card to the cashier, and I genuinely was not sure whether my card was going to go through. Like, I'm having to pray, like the Lord's Prayer, please don't embarrass Sirius right now. You know, and my card would bounce, and I'd be saying all kinds of things like, oh, you know, I'm sure there's money on there. Try it again. Try it one more time. You know, praying that it will go through. Guys, what kind of life is this? And having over and over again, but expecting a different outcome. And then I realized something, and I want you to write this phrase down. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Nothing changes if nothing changes. That was the day that I joined I Am Mastery Academy. I paid, I want you to write this down, I paid £190 to join I Am Mastery Academy. And you know, the New Year's Eve before that, I was at Watch Night. Does everyone know Watch Night? Watch Night is like a church service before the New Year. And I remember praying to God, please, 6 in the chat box. If you've ever prayed for an opportunity, you know, like, I was like, okay, so 2017, you didn't quite work out for me. 2018, you have to be my year. This is every year. Please let this be my year. Guys, just put a 3 in the chat box if you've ever prayed for an opportunity. Oh, sorry, 6. If you've ever prayed for an opportunity. Do you know the thing about opportunities? Sometimes opportunity in a certain way, you know, we want opportunities to be packaged in a very nice way. But because it's not packaged quite how we want it, sometimes we let it pass by. They use it in my academy. I don't use it a lot. They say pour, P-O-O-R. Passing over opportunity repeatedly. It wasn't going to be my story, because when this opportunity found me, I grabbed it with both hands. 90. Like I was scared. You know, it wasn't an industry that I was familiar with. And this is what happened. This is a true story. So as a school teacher, I joined this platform. Within 3 months, I cleared my credit card debts. My target was to consistently replace my income. I replaced my income. I needed it to be consistent because I'm a school teacher. I'm used to my money, give my job for something that's up and down. So I learned the skill. And I replaced my income consistently. I left teaching. I left to teach other people how to do the same. And I'm so blessed, happy, and grateful that we have hundreds of people on this platform, I Am Mastery Academy, who are, you know, 6-figure income earners. You see, I went on to become a multi-6-figure income earner 2 years ago. I was able to retire my mum. My mum was a single parent, you know, worked as a nurse for the NHS. She turned to me one day and she said it in China, and I retired her. We sent her back to Ghana. We built her a house. You know, I've been able to send my kids to very nice schools. I wake up where in the world. This platform has truly changed my whole life. But I'm more proud about the impact that we've made on hundreds and hundreds, not an exception. I'm not that one guy who made it and everybody else. No, guys. I'm not even the highest earner in my own company. Like, this platform is insane. I'm a Mastery Academy. They have another side to the business where they pay you a residual income. Somebody write residual in the chat box. I want to see who can spell. Let's see. Some people are waiting for somebody to write it first before they before they write it. Okay, guys. So I was introduced to residual. I get paid over 25K per month by I Am Mastery Academy. Over $250,000 a year. Not because I'm special, but because I've helped other people's lives. Over 300 people who are making at least 10K per month. Guys, I say this not to impress you. I say it to impress. Guys, who's fired up, by the way? I want to know who is fired up. Give me a 7 in the chat box if you're fired up to hear the rest of this information, because it's so impactful. It's so, if you are impacted by this, then this whole presentation has been worth it. I want to see who's fired up. Who's fired up today? Let's go, Manny. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Your future, because honestly, your life won't be the same after this presentation. Let's go, Say. Don't worry. Listen, Say, nobody could be more skeptical than me when I joined this. Nobody. So don't worry. I appreciate the skepticism. Guys, sorry, that segment should have been way short. Sometimes I get a bit too fired up, and I'm sorry, but not sorry. So somebody talked about these books. I'm aware of all the controversy, but if you can mute your mics, please, guys, I'll be very, very grateful. I read this book and it completes time why I was broke. You see, some people don't even know why they're broke, but this is why I was broke. One, I was relying on one source of income. If you are relying on one source of income, that could be a problem. I don't know, that one source could. In order to earn, like, guys, we've got people on this call, you know, who earn, you know, footballers' money. I'm not gonna source of income that's very significant, okay? But most people are not. I was a school teacher; it wasn't significant. Now, to make matters worse, in order to earn that income, I had to exchange my time for money. I am for money. Like many employed and self-employed people, is that there are only 24 hours in a day. And also that system of making money is 100% reliant on me. Without me, there's no money. That's rely on themselves to make money. Does that make sense? That's where a lot of people go wrong. So what wealthy people do is they develop business systems of creating cash flow that do not rely on them. When you join MA Finance Academy, we plug you into a ready-made system so that you can enjoy multiple sources of income. You see, you should be able to apply the litmus test. Can you go on holiday for 6 months and your business is still generating an income? Warren Buffett also said that he will continue to work for money until the day that we die. He also said that the best form of investment he ever made was investing in himself. Now, Kimmy's already done a brilliant job of explaining that we buy and we sell currency. That's it. We buy and we sell currency. When you are able to buy and sell currency at the right time, you are able to make a very significant income. However, knowing when as an academy. And for the lady who said she was skeptical, oh, trust me, I've been there. You see, when somebody presented this to me, 30 minutes a day, I said, no way. I'm a teacher. I've been taught that you work hard for money. What I didn't realize was that wealthy people don't work hard for money. They let money to occur. So I get the skepticism completely. And you're probably wondering, if this is so good, why isn't everybody doing it? And I want to answer that question directly. Firstly, not long. It was very expensive to learn how to trade. In fact, some people pay upwards of 5, 6, 10, 15, 20, even 50. IM came along. This was seen as a very time-consuming activity. People would trade for 8 hours a day. IM came along and said, nobody's got time for that. So now people could pay and still make a very nice income. Before IM, this was seen as a very complicated industry. Now, we've made things telling you about what Kimmy's been up to and how she's been using a very simple tool to make a very good income. So very quickly, because my time is finishing, I want to, and I actually don't have to talk for very long because Kimmy has given you the meat on the bones, okay? She's already spoken very briefly about our copy, paste, and profit. This is going to sound too good to be true. Imagine that you can make money just copying and pasting. Guys, if you know how to copy and paste, can you put an 8 in the chat box? When you're at school, you get told off for copying, right? I used to tell my students off for, what do you call it, plagiarism. Now, those same students are in the academy, and I'm giving them a plagiarism. Okay, where am I? Okay, I've lost where the chat is for some reason. I'm gonna assume that loads of 8s are coming through. Guys, copy, paste, and profit. You copy, if you can make your match. Thank you. I can see the 8s now. Thank you. If you can mute your mics, please, guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Some been in the game for a long time. They do all of the analysis. They do all the research, and you simply just have to copy and paste their work. So what happens is they will send a trade idea. We call it a signal to our messaging group. And then all you have to do is copy in the same trade as an experienced trader. I don't know any other industry in the world where you can copy somebody else's work and still have the same outcome. Have a look at the right-hand side of your sheet, guys. What does that mean? Are you going to lose some trades? Yes, you will. But the whole idea is that you're going to win far more trades than you're going to lose. Let's look at 10 hit take profit and only 2 lost. People were growing their accounts exponentially. We had one lady grow their account from £200 to 2K. I think she's slightly 2 and 2. Guys, this week's going to end strong. These trades are very powerful. So that being said, guys, I want you to know that if you can copy and paste, you can make money. learn the skill. I'm not even going to talk much about this because Kimmy, you will learn the skill. And copying and pasting is great. Guys, I'll let you into a secret. I can trade. I'm a very proficient trader. But you know what? Sometimes I don't want to analyze. I don't want to look at charts. Sometimes I just want to be lazy. I want somebody else to do the hard work. There's nothing wrong with being a copycat as long as you're learning the skill. There is power. You want to learn the skill so that you can pass it on to your children. My children are financially free, not because of any trust fund, but because of the knowledge. We plug you into our e-learning platform called I Am Mastery Academy. This platform is highly interactive, engaging, and fun. You often be watching short video clips, 4 minutes maximum, they're very short, bite size. Then you're going to take a test, and the test is not to catch you out. It's just so that you know whether you're app where you're learning whilst you're playing. But here's the real secret sauce, where we plug you into an online educator. And it's your online educator who's going to give you a strategy to make these strategies are mind-blowing. Now, I know that, Kimmy, your favorite is not on here. Lee Allen, right? I'm right to say Lee Allen. Let me know, is Lee Allen your favorite? I thought as much. so you plug it into with Lee Allen. She's incredible. She's absolutely incredible. The only reason she's not on the top on this one, this is an old screenshot. But also her sessions, they're not as much. So this is where you learn how to trade. Guys, look at your screen. Just look at your screen, please. Mr. Bob Proctor is a partner in our business. If you know, you know. And if you don't know, YouTube is your... And that's what I'm going to say. That's what I'm going to say. He's the world-renowned speaker and author on personal development and mindset. Guys, trading is only 10% skill and 90% mindset. You know, a lot of people, they over-leverage. If there's time, I'd have 6 figures from trading. I'm not going to do this slide because Kemi's already done a wonderful job explaining. But in a nutshell, we sell when the market is high and we buy. Guys, trading 101, buy when the market is low and sell when the market is high. But can I tell you the good news? Kimmy and the rest of Team Elevate, they tells them when the market is high and when it's low, or tells them the best time to go into the market. It's called the pivot scanner. I want you to write that down. Pivot, and T for tango. Pivot scanner. Woo! If you're using the pivot scanner to make money, can you put a 9 in the chat box, please, guys? If you're on this Zoom call and you've used the pivot scanner to make money, put a 9 in the chat box, or even the infinity tool. Guys, we've buy and when to sell. Wow, I see all the 9s coming through. Absolutely amazing. Guys, I'm wrapping up now, so do not fear. Guys, learn and earn. This is where you can join a 1-hour session, and then you can simply copy trade for 1 hour. You don't need to analyze. The educator is doing all the analysis. You can copy trade the educator for 1 hour to grow your account. So we have a breakfast club. This is how Kimmy, first, her and her husband, they used to be in a breakfast club every morning. And, you know, you start off, you just copy trade buys for 1 hour. There's nothing wrong with copying, guys, as long as you're copying the right cut. Then, guys, there are people who have copy traded with Kimberly Torres and have been able to buy houses. These traders are phenomenal. And all you are doing is copy, Wolf. If you live around this area, sometimes we do training here, live events, webinars. Sorry, we do webinars as an addition, coaching, mentorship, support. If you are part to say, because everything from Io Benson right through to the rest of the guys, Clive, April Lee, another fantastic leader, you are well supported. So guys, you're probably wondering how am I £90? It's no secret. There's no shock horror. I paid $190 to get started, and now I've recently been placed in the top 5% of income earners in the UK. 2 years ago, guys, let me tell you what I did. For the lady that was skeptical, I was so skeptical, I kept thinking to myself, what if this doesn't work? What if this doesn't work? What if it doesn't work? And then something dropped into my spirit. Des, stop thinking about if this doesn't work and start thinking about what if this does work. And I had to change my mindset to thinking, has it paid off? Massively. And not just for me, but for, you know, for the vast majority of people that I've brought into this. There's 2 ways to lose at this. That's it. That's it. Guys, £190. So for under £200, you can start your home business today. And then in your second month, it's going to drop. So you're telling me for less than a price of coffee, that what you would pay for Costa coffee per day, you now have access to the world's largest figure than all of the stock markets put together. This is a $6.6 trillion per day industry. It's the world's largest financial market. The stock market, this is recession proof, not like the stock market. This is recession proof. So guys, I want you to know that there's no contract, by the way. There's absolutely no contract, whether you or you're not. But also, many in our academy do not pay more than one time. And that's because if you introduce this platform to 2 people, you no longer have to pay your monthly subscription. And to make things easier, especially for... So within 7 days, if you feel like you're not getting the value or it's not meeting up to your expectations, you can get a full a no program. So you get a full refund within 7 days. We have an entrepreneurship program where you can make residual income. Residual income. You work, you get paid. That's wages, right? Femi, if you can mute your mic, please. Thank you, Femi. Appreciate it. With wages, you work, you get paid. You work. Residual income. You get paid long after the work has been done. So I joined IM Mastery Academy. I did the entrepreneurship, 25K per month plus bonus. It's about 29K per month. Residual. This is not me working 9 to 5. This is residual income, guys. And it's not just me. I've brought people into this income. Residual income is better than wages. This is, I want you to imagine every single Friday, £7,000 just hitting your account before you even around again. This is the power of residual income, guys. So guys, that being said, I'm going to hand back to Kimmy now. This crowd are firing me up. So blame these guys. They keep firing me up. It is completely their fault. And I just want to end with this. There are two types of pain. The pain of regrets or the pain. Kimmy is in a really good position to really mentor you and guide you. Guys, Kimmy's train is about to take off. She's hollering about this opportunity way back then. They're hollering me now. I'm like, you're going to have to speak to my speak to my PA. Like, I'm busy. Like, guys, this is an opportunity right now. This is a great opportunity. Guys, there are two types of pain. If you are able to sacrifice that 190 to get started and 30 learn a new skill, you can truly change the direction of your life. Because if we're not willing to sacrifice for what we want, then what we want will be in this. But you do need to start to be great. You see, your current situation is not your final destination. Everything changes now. If you don't calmly, must come from you. You are only ever one decision away from a completely different life. That being said, guys, my name is Des Ame from the top of Canary far too crowded. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate your time. Thank you. I do not take your time lightly.
Yes,
thank you so
amazing.
Much.
Wow. If I had a mic, I'd just drop it. Thank you so much. Seriously, like, wow. I wonder if there are any questions out there from anybody. You just want to thank everybody for being online right now. I've thanked you before and I'm thanking you again. Here's a question. Okay. Is there any relationship with this and gambling? Very good question.
Yeah, that's an excellent question, actually. So the difference between trading and gambling is that with gambling, you're not quite sure of the doing is we are making informed decisions on the market. So we're making an informed decision. So we're saying the price is going to go in a particular direction because of how we've seen a lot. Thank you so much. So let me give you an analogy. You know, like if I'm driving home today, I know the route, right? So I know I'm going to go confident. I'm not gambling on how I'm going to get home. I know I'm going to. Now, don't get me wrong. There could be some roadworks along the way and it may not particularly go on time. I hope this analogy is working out, right? But yeah, so you're confidently going into trade because of in trading, history repeats itself. And we know. So we know that price is going to go here because of something that's happened previously. And that's my answer to that. That's a great question. For tax reasons, this is classed as spread betting. And that works to our advantage because it makes trading tax. This is completely tax-free. So I've got a guy in my academy, his name's Jay. He's a millionaire. Legit, he's a millionaire trader. And he, for 1 day a week, he's registered as a cleaner for 1 day a week so that he doesn't have to pay taxes on his trading income. Thank you for that question. It was a really good question.
Thanks for that, Des. Okay, so I just want to round up just to say, so accessible and such a blessing. You got energy, like unbelievable amount of energy. I love it. And I'm not sure if Ayo is on the line. Yes. My big brother and my younger brother, my brother's here. Femi's online. Big up, brother. I'm glad you're here. So cool. I strongly recommend that you go back to that person, speak to them on a one-to-one. If you've got any other, speak to them, get some guidance. There'll be people within this team that can help you. So I don't want to take up any much more of your time. I just wondered.
I am here, Kimmy.
Just to say,
I'm here. Can people hear me? Can you hear me?
Thank you for everything, Ayo.
Okay, fantastic. His enthusiasm is actually infectious all the time. I'm really very proud to know him, and you have the team. When I was speaking to SK about this project, I called him. I said, Des, you have only 10 minutes. Join him to our team, and he joined me straight away. He's one of the most down-to-earth person you can meet. In truth, we talked about this for 2 years. And that's very unlike me. I get an opportunity, I'm jumping in straight away. We're already helping a lot of people. This will be an extension of that. And I said, oh, you got me there. And I jumped in. And, you know, it's been great since then. I'm grateful to you, Kimmy. Kimmy has gone way far ahead of all of us. You know, I don't know, maybe it's the teaching stuff. All you these teachers, I usually dominated the whole arena, and she's learning so fast. I'm learning from her, and I'm very proud to say that. So, guys, those of you on this call, someone was asking if there could someone answer that question. Kimmy, could you respond to that? I think it's Virginia. So what I want to say to people is, you know, what have you got to lose? Those £1,000, and there is no guarantee that you're going to make money in the next 3 years. You know, I'm a business coach, so I see that every day. For an opportunity for years and years and get the same result they're getting. This is not an opportunity to beg people to come into. If you really, really want to come in your life because you're learning a new skills that even when you're 60, you're 65, you could be on the beach and bring out your laptop and spend 1 hour and make a lot of money. Even if you don't need the money, you can give it to charity. So, if you choose to come in and be 100% committed, this is no one special. I'm no one special. You can do this if you really, really want to. I just want to give you kudos, Kimmy, for bringing up this idea. Really, really very well. I hope we can do this even more regularly